You may be familiar with subscription services for local produce, but did you know you can do the same with seafood? What's more, Local EO will show you how to prepare fish and cook it. Here's Ashley to explain why it's important to know the story of your seafood.
My name is Ashley Watts. I am the owner-operator of Local EO. We are a community-supported fishery in Hawaii, the first and only of those. We get the fish directly from the fishermen and women, and then we sell it directly to consumers and chefs around the island. To sign up, you go online to our website, go to the link that says become a member. You click the link and you become a member. You create an account, you sign up, and then you get whatever fish they catch each week. At Local EO, all the fish that we distribute comes with the information behind the fish. Who caught it, when they caught it, where they caught it, how they caught it, and what kind of fish it actually is. A lot of times seafood is mislabeled, and so we want to get the exact information out to the consumer with all the fish that we distribute. We choose our fishermen based on the way that they handle their fish. We like the fishermen to treat the fish with respect and maintain the quality of the fish and do particular things to make it better. Then we also ask the fishermen to be sustainable, and we ask the fishermen to have a pono mindset when they're fishing, and that means that they don't catch smaller ones, they release fish alive, and they do those sorts of things. We provide fair trade for the fish that we buy. We give them the price that they ask. Instead, at the market, when they go sell it at the regular market, they get whatever the market says they get. And so with our price, we try to maintain the same price throughout the year. And so the fishermen go out and they catch enough fish to be able to pay for their trip and to be able to have a little bit of profit. So they stop fishing and they come in. If the fishermen were going to the market, they wouldn't know how much they were going to get for their fish when they sell them, so they just keep fishing and keep fishing and keep fishing. Consumers don't know how to find out the backstory of the seafood that they're eating, but there's a few tricks to look for when you're dining out. If you have a menu item that's on the menu year-round, then that's kind of an indication that it's probably not all the time local. And also the volume of a restaurant. So if you have a restaurant that handles thousands of customers a night, then the quantity of fish coming up from the local guys isn't going to service that many guests. This time of year, around March, the mahi-mahi come in, and so they'll be getting more mahi-mahi caught around the island, as well as aku. And then the shibi, the small ahi, and the ahi season starts a little after that. And you can get bottom fish pretty much any time that the winds and the weather is dying down. So the bottom fish live really deep in the water. The bottom fish are all the snappers, so naga, opaka-paka, ehu, kale-kale, all of those kind. And then we also get hapu-upu, which is the grouper, which is also a deep water bottom fish. And then we get other pelagic fish, which are open water fish like ono and marlin. The marlin come pretty much year round. We get the fish directly from the fishermen, either from the boat itself. We meet them at the dock when they come in. They deliver it to us here at the kitchen. Sometimes they deliver it to me at my residence. The only time I get products from a third party is we have to get our Kualoa Ranch oysters from Garden Valley Isle Seafood now. And so we have to go there and purchase the oysters because they have an agreement with that distributor, and so they have to go through them first before we get them. But all of the other seafood that we get comes directly from the fishers. We do get ama ebi sometimes, and that's another thing that I actually have to get from Garden Valley. They go through a distributor as well, and that's the deep sea spot prawns, the ones that you can eat raw. And then sometimes I'll distribute Kauai shrimp just as a substitute, but those are farmed on the island of Kauai. This past month, in February, we had an author, she's actually a James Beard nominated author, Rachel Mamane, in the kitchen here to help us show people how to break down a whole fish into fillet and bones and head, and how to use the head and the bones to make a stock or a broth. And so she has very detailed recipes to hand out at the end as well. And so we had a lot of people in the kitchen, and they were really stoked on getting to see the process from breaking the whole fish down and using every part of the fish as well. I think it's very important for people to realize that if you buy fish and it's just the fillet, you should think about what happened to the rest of the fish. And those parts are often usable, and it's very incentive economically as well if you're trying to feed your family for a lower cost if you get the whole fish, because you can use the bones for broth and make other kind dinners, soups, and stocks and other things out of the broth later on. The demo that we do for processing happens every third Saturday of the month here in the kitchen, and we process the fish whatever fish we have at the time. Sometimes it's from sashimi or from fillet to sashimi. Sometimes it's snapper. Sometimes it'll be a huge mahi-mahi or an aku or something like that. And I'll show the people how to cut it, not only from the bone, but also into portions that you would eat. And we offer that to both the members and the non-members for $40 for non-members and $35 for members, just to cover the cost of the demo, and then you get to take a pound of the fish home as well. And so it's not a bad deal. And then we're also starting this month, we begin the first of our demo dinner series, which is happening the third Monday evening of each month from 6:30 to 8. And in that time, we will be demoing a short lesson on how to prepare a dish with seafood very easily, and then we'll be enjoying that dish as well. And then we'll have a special guest each time, and it will also be a way to highlight the use of ingredients from the farmer's market, because it's very easy to go and get almost everything you need for a dinner and for many dinners throughout the week at the farmer's market. You just really need to know how to use certain ingredients, such as kohlrabi or ulu or taro and stuff like that. And so some of the guests are going to be showcasing how to use those ingredients, and then I'll be doing the fish, and so then we'll be enjoying them together and showing people how to put together a meal. Speaking of farmers markets, you can find us at 3 each week, Thursday evenings in Kailua, Saturday mornings at Ward Ala Moana, the Farm Lovers Market, and Sunday mornings at Mililani in the Mililani High School parking lot. This year we do have several new things outlined for local IA and for the members, and some cool new things, activities that we're going to be doing. We're going to be collaborating with Travel to Change, which is a nonprofit organization that encourages visitors to contribute to sustainability on their vacation as well. And so we're going to be doing maybe some snorkel tours, having our taco diver go around and show them how eating taco should be taken with respect, because they are not a very sustainable resource, because they live in a hole and it's very easy to catch them. And then I have some recipe cards and some other kind of recipe ideas that I'm going to be premiering at the farmers market. So you're going to be able to come to the booth and maybe get a chimichurri bunch and be able to go and take your filet and a bunch of herbs and just the right amount, you know, so you don't have to buy a whole box of parsley or a whole bunch of basil or something like that. I'll just have just enough. You can make the chimichurri for your dish, and then all you need is the olive oil and the salt and other things. And so just more encouragement on the ease of cooking local and the ease of use of local ingredients from the farmers market.